Heroes in a Half Shell. Hey everyone, it's Movie Lover Warren 20 here, and I am here with a brand new movie review, and this movie review is going to be for none other than a 1990 adaptation of a non-Marvel or DC comic book, and it's not a human superhero. It's basically 4 green reptile-like ninjas who love pizza, like I do. And of course, that's going to be for none other than 1990's the first film in this live-action adaptation franchise of the comic book 4 characters, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one. aka a series that some of my subscribers are not a fan of, but I am a fan of this, and there are some subscribers who also are fans of this franchise. But so yeah, when it comes to my fandom, they're more split on this movie. Some of my subscribers don't like this franchise, or just not fans of this franchise, and there are also some subscribers who are fans of this franchise, and I am. So yeah, this will kind of be a little interesting mixed reaction for this review series. But anyway, what's the plot of this? Well, through contact with a mysterious ooze, 4 turtles in the sewers of New York mutate into intelligent, pizza-loving humanoids, and are mentored the art of ninja combat by the wise rat Splinter. When the evil Shredder attempts to take over the world, the turtles set out to stop him. So yeah, so how was this movie made? Well, the script is based mainly on the early Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics, including the stories of the Turtles' origins, rooftop battle, Sojourn to the farmhouse, and battle with Shredder. Elements were taken from the 1980s animated series, such as the Turtles' colored bandanas and their love for pizza. Elements of Michelangelo's character and April O'Neil as a television reporter instead of a lab assistant. The film's budget was $13 million. Much of the production took place in North Carolina, with a couple of locations shot in New York City during the summer of 1989 to capture famous landmark areas, such as Times Square, the Empire State Building, and the Hudson River. Filming in North Carolina took place at the North Carolina Film Studios, where New York rooftop sets were created. Production designer Roy Ford Smith and his art director Gary Wesner went to New York City 4 months prior to filming and took still photographs of rooftops and other various locations. While in NYC, Smith and Wesner were allowed to explore an abandoned Brooklyn subway line, as they could not gain access to a city sewer, but the structure of the subway had the same principle as a sewer. They also went to a water tunnel which had large pipes running through it. According to Brian Hansen, the film was finished in post-production largely without burn. Editor Sally Mank, who later edited many films by Quentin Tarantino, was removed as production company Golden Harvest did not like her work. So after the movie was filmed, the film was released theatrically in the United States into theaters on March 30th, 1990 by New Line Cinema. It received mixed reviews from critics, but it was a massive box office success and grossed $202 million worldwide against a budget of $13 million. Becoming the highest grossing independent film up to that time, it would be surpassed in 1999 by The Blair Witch Project. It would be the 9th highest grossing film worldwide of 1990. So when it comes to fan reactions, however, fans who love TMNT love this film and even consider it their favorite TMNT adaptation, like I do to this very day. This was a movie that basically any 90s kid who loved TMNT ever talked about. Like, it was even popular at the box office as well, especially for an independent film with a really low budget. And this was their next profitable thing. New Line's next profitable film since the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. This film even has a great soundtrack that's one of my favorites. Like, the theme song is solid despite not as memorable as the 80s theme, but fun all the same. And it's some of the songs that are used to make the music stand out, like 9.95. Spin That Wheel, This Is What We Do, just so many great tracks. And they perfectly fit the dark, humanized atmosphere of the film. The production value is great too. I really love the New York location, but I really like the use of the darkness and grit, which really gives the film a neo-noir vibe, and it really feels like a dangerous world where anything could happen. Something could be hidden in the shadows. But of course, the best thing is the turtles themselves, along with Splinter, whom were created by the Jim Henson Company. They are just fantastic looking because they're completely practical. There's no CGI bullcrap, not like with the Michael Bay garbage I'm going to have to get to several reviews later. The makeup designs are just spot on. They really look like the creatures that could exist. And they actually look like the creatures in the comics. I also like the animatronic and puppeteering effects, which are just spot on, not just in speaking, but also in emotions. The characterization is even great too. The dialogue is fun and memorable, and I really like the supporting human characters from April, played well by Judith Hoag, who I thought was really well, and I thought her performance as April was great. She's probably the best, my favorite April in any adaptation ever. She's energetic, determined, intelligent, feisty, and can hold her own against danger. And the two turtles are my favorite are Raphael, who's probably my favorite character in the film and fictional protagonist. And he's hot-headed and he's got an anger streak a mile long, so you don't want to get on his bad side, but he does his best to keep it under control. I can easily empathize with that since sometimes I have lots of anger inside myself that I struggle to control, but he is still a badass that takes crap from no one and just loves to kick some ass no matter how through the odds, though. This is also his weakness, as he sometimes bites more than he can chew, but I really think that he's just a wisecracker, as he's got some of the best lines, like saying the infamous "damn." That just like blew in mind, since most films, like I just really love that. Especially if this was from a turtle character, which is awesome, as it stays true to the graphic comic series, which does have some bits of profanity. But really is a soft by his nature, as he deeply cares about his brothers and father, despite not always showing it. Sorry about that, guys. And then, of course, my favorite Ninja Turtle, of course, would have to be Leonardo, aka the mask I'm wearing. I do have like the Donatello on the other side of this, a Raphael Michelangelo one by other place, kind of like reverse. These masks actually came. The only reason I bought the 2014 movie on Blu-ray is because I wanted to get these masks. Came with it. And then there's Michelangelo as well. Michelangelo is just so much fun, despite being a bit of a ditz and childlike. He's not stupid. He's just a ball of energy that really loves to have fun, make jokes, as well as eat pizza. It's got some great lines too, like, "Ninja, kick the damn rabbit." Yeah, and I also do like Donatello as well. The other actors do a great job too. Especially like James Salto, who would later star in Life of Pi, does a great job as the villainous Shredder. He's probably the best Shredder in any live-action film. And he's definitely better than that stupid Transformers bullshit reject we got in the 2014 movie. And Elias Koteas, who plays Casey Jones. Oh, and those who don't know, Sam Rockwell, who played the head thug, would actually, this was actually one of his first films. He played the head thug in this movie, and he would go on to star in other films, like he would star in Iron Man 2 as Justin Hammer, and a few others as well. Everything else, including the solid editing, the superb directing, and a really neat music score, is also great. Now when it comes to bad qualities, yeah. Okay, I will admit, the bad qualities with the film are that the pacing is a little bit slow, and some of the stuff is a bit outdated, but other than that, I don't have much of a problem with this film personally. I still think this movie's a lot of fun. Sure, it's not really an Oscar-worthy masterpiece, but I don't think it's really trying to be one. I think it's just trying to be this pretty much fun, faithful adaptation of a comic that wasn't really a masterpiece to begin with. So yeah, that's what it was just meant to be, and it captures the tone of both the comics and the animated series perfectly. But yeah, overall, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a 1990 movie, is a perfect example of a live-action adaptation done right. It respects the source material and doesn't pander to its audience like Cough, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Smurfs, Garfield, Tom and Jerry. Those bullshit adaptations. Now it's kind of been like 32 years since it's been released. I would totally give this a definite thumbs up. So if you are a TMNT fan and want to see a good film adaptation, then yeah, check this movie out. And anyways, here would have to be my final recommendation for this movie. So overall, if you are a TMNT fan and want to see an adaptation of the characters done right, then I would easily give this movie a watch and then buy it and add it to your collection. And if you are wondering how I'm going to give TMNT 1990, I'm going to give TMNT 1990 a 10 out of 10. And there we go. That's pretty much my review for the first movie. Now I gotta review the 2 live-action sequels next and the 2007 animated film, and Yeah, when it comes to the sequels, Secret Reviews is okay. Turtles in Time I really don't like. But the animated film I absolutely consider my second favorite, but we're going to save those for the next reviews. Because Secret Reviews is going to be reviewed first, because that one comes next. And until then, guys, that'll be it for this review. Thank y'all for watching, and if you like this and want to see more, then don't forget to like, subscribe to Movie Lover 120, and cowabunga, dudes!